side. Clear. No, they're working on it. Hang in there. I know it's annoying. We'll be all right. Anybody that's not me, Sam, or Marty, please turn off for a bit.
And Jeff, that noise you hear has not gotten any better. I've heard some bad radios in my life, but that may be one of the worst ones. And that beeping you hear is constant almost in Sam's ear. You can understand his frustration.
It'd be very hard to concentrate with all that going on. And you heard Kevin Hamlin, the spotter, say, everybody except for me and the crew chief, turn your radios off. Let's make sure, if it's not necessary, let's make sure it's not your radio causing an issue. Steve, that's really the only thing you can do. You can switch radios, you can do some other things, but first to just get everybody off the channels to try to eliminate it.
Yeah, when we talk about scanners, that's kind of your radio frequency to a certain decimal point. Then to be able to broadcast, it's almost one more decimal point out. That's not normally shared, the exact broadcast frequency, but it could be a radio literally in the radio cabinet of the truck,
for Sammy
sitting
Smith,
in the charger that's on, or I've seen, you know, marketing things, and it's just, you know, a marketing person who just the button just keeps getting keyed up.
So how bad is it? Let's listen in live now to the one radio.
That's all I can stand. I can't take it anymore. I mean, this is an impressive drive by Sam Mayer.
I think that was Morse code for bring me food.
I mean, what a mess.
I mean, you know, at some point, you just want to turn it off. Right? If the only danger in turning it off is the spotter can't let you know there's a wreck, right? That's the danger. But at some point, I would just have to say, all right, I'm going to take care of myself here and get that out of my ear.
And Steve, he said on the radio just a moment ago, enough, enough. And they said, okay, when you get a moment, go to channel 2. But they would rather do that under caution. But that's what Sam Mayer is dealing with. And oh, by the way, making passes on the racetrack. And you weren't kidding, Rick. That was live. That is non-stop in Sam Mayer's ear.
So go to channel 2. He has two options, to literally reach down and turn the primary radio to channel 2. And most race teams, you set it where there's only 2 channels in there, so you can't mess it up. A lot of race teams, actually, what we did is the second radio would be on and on channel 2, because it's much easier to go from radio 1 to radio 2. At a short track, the antenna's not really a big deal, so we'll have to see if the one can find a solution past this radio issue. The 7 and the 81 are in a tight battle, though, for 5th.
Jesse Love on the outside.
The 7's a little bit faster than 81, but there's really only one. They're using the same groove of racetrack.
Pressure on him. And the 7 of Allgaier a little bit sideways there after chasing after that 81.
Sit up here and question what Jim Pullman's thinking. He obviously knows his car better than we do, but sometimes you also create your own luck.
Once again, Jesse Love in that 2, challenging the 1 of Mayer.
Mayer's in an interesting situation here in that 1 car. He keeps trying to run the bottom and has yet to be able to quite get this move done. Now way into the corner, going to try to slide up in front of Love in the 2. Can't quite get there. And Allmendinger back in that 16, he wants to catch the 1 on the bottom. He wants to try to get on the outside of him if he can't clear that 2. Once again, the 1 way down into the corner. Just can't carry the speed to the center. And Allmendinger sees it. He's like, all right, let me go with this 2 car. Let me get on the outside, trying to take this spot.
Jim, we're also hearing that Allgaier might be having issues with his radio.
Yes, absolutely. A new development for Justin Allgaier since I last reported on him. Marty did a great job at explaining Sam Mayer his issue. Take a listen to Justin's radio.
Go to channel 2, channel 2, channel 2.
So, Steve, now that we've seen teammates from the same team and organization have the identical radio issue, why?
Yeah, that is crazy. I mean, each race team number has their own specific frequency for Radio 1 and Radio 2, but it's crazy to think Junior Motorsports has an issue with 2 of their frequencies. That is like undue frustration, right? Like, the racing's tough enough to have to deal with things like that.
Final 2 laps of stage 2 in front of us. Still out front by almost 4 seconds is Christopher Bell.
I couldn't handle it.
Running in that second spot. Very impressive.
Because you can't hear what the car's doing or anything. You want to know what's going on.
Xfinity Series start. Cole Custer, Creed, and Smith all in the top 5. That's Chandler Smith.
It's hard to concentrate because in racing you got to concentrate because you got to know how much power you're putting down. And you got to be able to hear the car, make sure nothing's going wrong with the car or anything. It's hard to feel if the car is just loose sliding or something extra wrong with the car. You can't tell with all that noise.
GTD. Unfortunately, Bell is like the GTD Pro class.
Yeah. And off of 4,
Christopher Bell. Oh,
stage
yeah.
2. That's his 5th stage win at New Hampshire. Remember, he has 3 wins in his 3 starts in the Xfinity Series here, looking for a 4th. Good battle here
It's like
for
me.
position. As Corey Hyam is able to stay in front of
I
Brandon
had
Jones.
6 starts there and 1.
Hyam finishes 7th.
And 5 out of those 6s I lapped the whole
And
field.
Parker Kligerman rounding out the top 10 in stage 2. Well, Boston, they are the city of champions. They've been celebrating titles for decades. New England's successes have been unmatched. Bruins, Patriots, Red Sox, and the Celtics, you know, they just added that 18th banner.
They're all coming?